and then we'll call on you. We'll begin with Sports Kita.
First of all, commiserations on the loss, guys. My question is for Coach Zeets. So, in the interview segment between the first and second map, you talked about how you had done the homework on Heretics Sunset and their consistent setups. What would you say went wrong that allowed them to achieve such a dominant scoreline?
They definitely were landing their shots. I felt like we had a lot of good macro reads on the map, but it felt like in terms of the micro, we were just getting destroyed. Sometimes they even changed up their setups, which was hats off to them. Some of the antis kind of played away from our favor, but I'd say overall still the macro looked good on our side. It just ended up being that in a lot of situations we just kind of got destroyed. So not really too much to say about it past that.
Thank you. We'll go next to Strafe.
Hi guys. First of all, I'd like to say sorry for the loss. So my question is for the entire team. So round after round, Team Heretics were starting to build quite a momentum. Did you feel at any point that this was that they had started sort of a snowball motion and it was becoming hard to fight, or did you just think that we just need to get this over with at one point?
I mean, on Sunset, they definitely had momentum. But like Tony just said, our macro is pretty good. Like we were getting the bomb site, but like usually the stuff that works, like in the post plant, didn't work, and it just I don't know. The map felt weird. I mean, I also did not get a single kill on that attack half, so I don't think that helps. But they just played really well overall, to be honest, compared to us on Sunset.
Thank you. We'll go next to Pedro Romero.
Yes,
Pedro.
likewise, commiserations on the loss and tough way to go down. Got a question for boostio. Obviously, looking at this series, it started off with a very close affair in map one but then of course we saw what we saw in map two. Drastic contrast to that. For you, what was the biggest contributor behind just the massive shift from map one to map two and just struggles? And what do you think caused that? From your point of view?
I don't really know. I feel like on Bind we played pretty good, like pretty like decent overall. Not our best, but pretty decent. They played very well. And then I think on Sunset it was just like what Tony said as well. Is like they were just hitting some nice shots. Every fight I took, I just felt like I couldn't kill anyone. But I mean, I feel like game plan wise, like what we did was pretty good actually. It was just I think they were just aiming better than us today. And they were playing very well. I feel like every time I peaked, I was peaking into like 2 or 3. I feel like I had like low info as well, so I don't know. I think they just played just better than us today, to be honest. And the Sunset wasn't even close, so it was props to them.
We'll go next to Strafe.
Hi. This question is for Zix and for boostio. So now that unfortunately this tournament run is over for you guys, obviously you did a great job, made it to top 4. So what is the plan ahead now going into stage 2? What are your expectations, if any?
I can speak on that. I'd say, I mean, overall, I'm pretty happy with the tournament. I mean, I think we were genuinely a contender to win the whole thing. But I would say that, certain maps just didn't go our way. Like we should have won this bind match today if it wasn't for 2 bad like anti-ecos and some of the rounds that didn't go our way that should have. So I would say overall, like even this match, if we had gone to map 3, maybe we win. We'll see what happens. I mean, our Sunset's been looking weak the whole time. But with a long break, time to recenter, like refocus on what we need to focus on, finally have some time to think again. Will give us some time to figure out what we want to do with our new maps. Since the map pool will change, that'll be one of our first things that we have to address. We don't have a lot of time until the next split starts, but we will have some time, which is fortunate. So
yeah, and I think I mean like for expectations, like I still think we're like I know we played bad today, like or not bad, but we lost today. It sucks, but I mean overall, like I think we still are one of the best teams in the world. So, I mean, expectations wise, like we'll definitely make, like in my head, we'll definitely make champs, and we're very confident going into play America stage 2. So, I mean, yeah, everything matters for champs. We just got to make it a champs.
All right, thank you.
We'll go back to Pedro Romero for the next question.
This question goes out to everyone within the team, just sort of looking at your biggest takeaways slash lessons just from taking in this first international event together as a unit of this version of the squad. What do you think was the biggest lessons that you feel you will take away from this experience for the domestic competition in a few weeks' time?
Improving Sunset.
Yeah. Sunset improvement. I mean, I think we all have gained confidence as well. Like making any international as like a new roster is like really awesome. So I mean, you know, we've just got to bond for the last 3 weeks together because we've been in Shanghai, like just as a team. So we're literally hanging out like 10 hours a day. So I mean, like we got good bonding experience. We got, you know, got to play more matches together compared to the other Americas teams besides G2. So I mean, we should be coming into stage 2 just way more confident than everyone else and just, you know, overall better.
We'll go next to Sons of KS.
Hello, everyone. Commiseration on the loss today, guys. My question is for anyone that wants to answer. What would you say that are those good things that you can take away for this international tournament, for the next stage, and also for champs?
I would say just all the top teams at this tournament, or all of the teams that we felt were good teams, they all had similar things that they did very well. At least that's my personal takeaway. So I don't want to like disclose all of those things as to what it actually is, but I'd say getting that perspective is definitely a big advantage going into the next split that other teams that are still at home with you know, that are focusing on prep won't have. Like they get to see it, but they won't get to feel it. That's like the big difference. So I would say that's one of the big things. And then as Boosty said before, I think our team just getting so much time to spend together. I think we learned a lot about our team overall, like each individual person, and what it takes for us to be a very good team. And the days that we were good as a team, we looked unbeatable. And you know, some of our matches were more like B or C games, so it wasn't ideal, but we at least learned what that version of us looks like and how to turn it into a game.
Thank you.
And we'll take the final question from Pedro Romero. I think that hand might have just been left on. Are there any questions from the room? 100 Thieves, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
taking the time to
Thank
speak with us.
Thank you.